Okay, test. Okay, now my audio should be up. Is this not? Why is it not playing any sound? Whatever. Yeah. So I'll be looking at the OCG Banlist and the new box. So, first up, I guess, is that Ancient Fairy Dragon is getting an errata. So it has a hard once per turn now. And I think the other change is that you can't add the same field spell. You have to add a different field spell. So two changes, not really a big deal. It's not like an extreme change like they did with Crush Card Virus at least. Like Konami is actually learning and not like completely neutering old cards to take off the ban list. But yeah, I think this at least confirms that they're gonna make more like Ancient Fairy Dragon support or something. But yeah, next up is the actual list. The two forbidden cards are Tier Limit Kitkalos and Barrier Stature of the Stormwinds. Completely deserved. I don't remember. Kitkalos is the best fusion, I think. Let me just check that. Let's go to Yugipedia and just check the Kitkalos. Tier Lament. Come on, please load. It's waiting. Okay, but yeah. Tier Lament has been just like tearing up the OCG meta, so it does make sense that they're gonna finally hit it. I don't know. It's been 11. No, they came out in April. It's been 8 months since they've like had to deal with tier limits, but I guess like better late than never. Let's see. Then limited is the newly errated firewall, not firewall. Ancient Fairy Dragon. I was thinking of different. I don't know why I was thinking of Firewall Dragon, but he also got an errata to be taken off. I don't know why they limited Ancient Fairy Dragon though. They could have just brought it back to 3 because it's an extra deck monster and it has hard once per turn, so no one's gonna run more than one. But yeah, sure. Like that's fine to take off now. Fenrir, Unicorn, I think, are both being limited, and then, dang, this image is small. Is there a way to make this bigger? This is barely bigger. I think that's Merly. No, I think that might not be Merly. It's the Kit Kalos one. Havness, I think. No, Havness is this one. Merly is this one. It's Sheeran. It's Sheeran. What does Sheeran do? Special summon. Send one monster from your hand to a graveyard. Send a top 3 card to your deck to your graveyard. So this is just limiting her so there's less names. Because Merly is already semi-limited. No, not Merly. Havness is already semi-limited in the OCG. Because this one is when your opponent activates a monster effect, it quick effect mills, which is really strong. Let's see. Fusion summon one fusion monster. Yeah. So they have way less names. They also hit Rhino Heart to limited. Rhino Heart is normal summon. It's a direct mill for any tier element, which is really strong. Makes sense why they limited it. So they have less normal. They have a less good normal summon. Let's see. Fenrir. Oh, I should actually. While we're on the subject, I should look at Kit Kalos just because I need to know. 1 tier limit, 1 aqua. If it's special summoned, you take a tier limit card from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to a graveyard. Oh yeah. Now this is like another Rhino Heart, but it's in extra deck form. Or it adds, which is insanely strong. Understandable why it's banned. Target 1 monster you control, special summon 1 tier limit monster from your hand to graveyard and send the targeted monster to a graveyard. If this card is sent to a graveyard by a card effect, send the top 5 cards to your deck to your graveyard. Yeah. So all insanely strong effects. Just swapping out 1 tier element for another and then just getting the mill effect off is really strong. Then sending a top 5, it floats into a bunch of mills, which is way too strong. Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. I guess they wanted to hit Fluwanderees in the OCG, despite it not really being that strong. It's always like a bridesmaid, never a bride. Let me pull up Road to the King. I mean, since they are killing the meta, I think that it's understandable why they want to hit this. Let's see, how many flu tops were there? Just two. Oh boy. 59 tier limit, 25 Kashtira, 2 flu, 2 labyrinth, 2 runic. Oh boy. But they singled out flu here for some reason. Like labyrinth and runic also have the same amount of tops. But yeah, sure. Flu is just a frustrating deck to deal with. And Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds does see use in other decks too, and it's like a really strong floodgate there, so it's understandable. Uh, let's see, is that all the other hits for tiers? Because I think I've talked about both of these. Yeah, that's everything for tiers. That's the only flu hit really. It's kind of an indirect hit, but yeah, flus are now more in line with what they are in Master Duel right now, which is that they're not being played as much because they don't like have an instant win button in the form of Barrier Statue, and then when you normal summon, they just summon Mega Ryza and just spin your normal summon so you can't out it. But that's fine. Like Flu, I guess they don't want Flu just being second the best deck. They all that's looks like that's the reason they hit the Brandon stuff too. Let's try to make this bigger. Actually, can I open this in a new tab? Let's open this in a new tab. Now I can zoom in on it. I can't. I think this one's that one's a Kashtira card. But yeah, they're limiting branded fusion, which is a pretty big deal. I think branded lost is also still semi-limited. Yeah, they didn't take any branded stuff off, so they lose a pretty big amount of consistency because now you like really have to draw the Aluber just to get to the branded fusion. Let's see. Steam the Cloak is coming off. That's good. It really should have come off sooner because it does not do anything without Hulk. Hulk got banned like I don't know how many lists ago, like 3 lists ago, 2 lists ago, for the OCG, which was like I don't know 6 months ago I think. I could probably look it up. Let's go to the OCG and see when they banned Hulk. Let's see, is Hulk banned here? Oh, they just banned it from last ban list, which was July, and July is the 6 months, so yeah, that was like 6 months ago. Okay, it's understandable why didn't they. I mean, they could have just taken Steam off when they hit Hulk, but sure, one list after is fine. Magnamoot's getting hit. That one's also understandable. Bestial Magna. I don't need that translated from Portuguese. Target. It's a DD Crow for lighter darks, and then what's the other effect? I know all the Bestials have that effect, and then this is a quick effect. Yeah, whatever. If this card is special summoned during the end phase, add a dragon monster. Oh yeah, no. So this one is the best one because it searches out another Bestial, so you can like have a bunch of DD Crows in your hand basically for lighter darks. Change of Heart finally coming back. They had this back in the TCG for a while now, and it's seen some play. It's like a side deck like inclusion, but it's not a staple really. But yeah, that's fine. Let's see what else. Constellar. Was it? Is it Constellar Knight? Satellar Knight. Oh wait, no. The archetype is just Teller Knight. Let's just look that up because I don't remember the full name. Cause it's not Constellar Diamond. It's Tolmaeus. Teller Knight Tolmaeus. Oh, they didn't even put the Satellar part. So yeah, Tolmaeus finally coming off. I don't know why it's back to limited though. You wouldn't play more than one if you're gonna play it in the first place, but sure. That's fine. Now let's actually go over to Kashtira's, which I've been glossing over. Let's see. Kashtira Fenrir, I know what it does, sort of. I mostly memorized it. It's like Pankratops. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use the following effects of Kashtira Fenrir once per turn. During your main phase, you can add a Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. And when this card activates and declares an attack, or your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, banish it face down. So this is the main reason it got hit, because it special summons itself, and then it banishes your opponent's stuff face down, whenever they activate a monster effect. And it also adds itself. As you can see, it does not exclude itself from being added from this effect, which is kind of silly. So like most people were just playing like 3 Kashtira Fenrir in their like side deck, and then you side them in when going second. I mean, actually, it's slightly better than Pagertop's going first too, because it doesn't care about your opponent controlling monsters if you control no monsters. So yeah, Fenrir, understandable why it got limited. Searching itself plus just being really strong. I think the other one's Unicorn from that image. I can't really tell. Let's see, Unicorn. Yeah, it's this one. Let's see, what's this one's special effect? Because I have not read the Kashtirias. All I know is that Fenrir is really good. During your main phase, add a Kashtira spell from your deck to your hand. Okay, understandable. And as the same effect. So yeah, searching a Kashtira spell seems really strong. So they're just trying to hit the consistency really hard now by limiting both of their searchers. And what's that other spell? It's not that one. Not overlap. Not that one. Oh, here it is. Prime Planet Issos. I don't know how to say this. Whatever. Activated. Okay, yeah. And this is the field spell that searches the monsters. So, of course, they're just going to limit that too. So, yeah, all understandable limits here. Semi-limits. Galatea. I don't think I need to read that one. Galatea coming off the limited list is really nice. They did that in the Master Duel already. And they also did the Stormwind's hit in Master Duel first too, so I guess they're using Master Duel as like a test bed of what to do in the OCG. Swap Prod coming back to semi-limited, I think. Let me check the OCG previous list. Let's see. Control F, swap. I think that's limited. Yeah, it was limited, so they're bringing it back off now that they're seeing that Sprite isn't as good. Did they hit any other Sprite cards here? I don't see any Sprite hits. Kagari coming back to 2. So they're really trying to push Sky Strikers, since Sky Strikers is getting new support. Because of the manga stuff, the OCG manga for Sky Strikers, they're trying to like give more support for it. So yeah, this coming off the semi-limited makes sense. Yada coming to semi-limited. I think it was limited first. I don't know why they didn't just take it completely off, because no one's using Yada. I think Red of Aramesir was limited too, so they just took it off because they banned Griffin last list, and makes sense with the adventurer stuff. So they also took off Water Enchantress, because without Griffin, the adventure engine isn't as strong. Like Illegal Knight's good, but Griffin's a negate, so obviously it's just way better. Launcher coming back to 2 is kind of interesting. It means Infinity does get more extension, I think, but I don't think Infinities are really going to be that big of a deal, because they can't have any like cards in their hand at all, so they don't really play nice with a bunch of stuff. Foolish Burial Goods to semi-limited? Was it hit at all? Foolish Burial. So this was last list. Okay, so this is a new semi-limit. That's interesting. I don't really know why. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if someone knows, you can tell me, please. But I don't really understand this one. Was it using something? Let's look at some of these decks and see. They're playing 1 Foolish Burial Goods. Wow. Okay. So a semi-limit doesn't do anything. If you're only playing 1 Foolish Burial Goods already. Okay, I don't understand this hit. I guess it's still technically a tier hit though. Let's see. Raigeki? What was Raigeki at before? Was that 1 or 2? Oh, Raigeki was unlimited. Why'd they semi-limit it? Why'd they semi-limit it again? I don't understand. Was it tearing up the meta in the OCG? Okay, I guess people are playing 3 Raigekis, but not everyone. And it's only a side deck thing. I don't really understand this hit. Like, I guess it's fine, whatever. Light Stage coming back to 2. Yeah, no, uh, like Trickstars don't do anything. Let's see. Is Reincarnations? Yes, Reincarnations limited in the OCG. It's not limited in the TCG. They just have, I think they just have Light Stage limited in the TCG. But I mean, Trickstars could like completely come off and be fine. I think they're only hit because there's this one Trickstar that special summons itself when you control a Trickstar or no other monsters. So it was like a one card uh, Link 2, but like most of the generic Link 2s are like off the list. Are like on the ban list now. Like there's Verte, there's Hulk. Hulk isn't generic, wouldn't work anyway. I think it's just Verte really. That was really the problem card I think because the OCG had like a problem with Dragoon where people were just playing a bunch of like ways to turbo Dragoon and just end on one Dragoon plus a bunch of set cards. ABC Dragon Buster is finally unlimited. I don't know why it took the OCG so long because I think they. How long was ABC Dragon Buster limited for? Then they took it to unlimited like a decent while ago, and I just forgot about it. I guess. Double Iris being unlimited, that's pretty nice for pendulums. Torn Scale being unlimited is also nice, and Scarlet Sanguine. So yeah, that's all the unlimits. Yeah. So OCG Banlist went pretty hard. Uh, so they were dealing with tier 0 tiers for like 6 months, I think, because they basically hit Sprite immediately, but then they just let tiers sit for a while. So yeah, and they've hit Cashteria a huge amount too, because I'm guessing they don't want it to be like another tier 0 situation. So after this ban list, I'm unsure of what the OCG like meta will look like, because like everything got drowned out by Kashtira and tiers. So basically everything else here is just I don't know how good they will be. I wonder. I don't really know what the implications for a TCG are, but I guess like expect tier limit hits eventually. Uh, yeah. So OCG ban list. That's a thing. Let's go over to Duel Links now because I advertised that I was gonna review the box. So let's bring that up. I don't know why the OCG. I mean, not the. I don't know why the speakers aren't working for the music. Let me just try to fix that really quick. Let's see. Properties, speakers. Is it playing? It's not playing. Ah, whatever. Just no music, I guess. So yeah, Arms of Giants comes out December 11th, which is today. Let's click to see here for details. So I'll just go over them in order, I guess. So first up, Giant Hand. Really good rank 4. So during either player's turn when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's field, you can detach 2 materials from this card and then target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. And then while this card is face up on the field, that monster's effects are negated. Also cannot change its battle position. So like this is a really good, strong rank 4 going first. Will definitely change the meta. There are certain decks that would really love this. I don't really. What rank 4 decks are there really in the meta right now? They just hit Salamangreat, but I guess they could use this, because I mean I'm frequently in situations in Salamangreat, despite it being hit, where I have two level 4s on the field going first, plus the Salamangreat Link monsters. Infinitrax, didn't they already? I think they released some of these already, but this is just adding more of them because now. Because these mentioned Link monsters before, right? Yeah, they mentioned Link monsters, which is why they couldn't be released pre-Links. Let's see. Earth Slicer is when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, attach it to this card's material. Detach any number of materials from this card and target that many cards on the field, destroy it. And if it's in the graveyard, you can tribute a machine-type Link monster, special summon this card in defense position. So yeah, Slicer is really strong. for any deck to make a rank 9. I think Infinite Tracks will definitely appreciate this because it'll just help them OTK because like it has 3100 attack. That's a huge amount. Let's see, Starry Night, Starry Dragon. If this card is normal or special summon from the hand, target one card on the field, destroy it. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster or a dark monsters. Okay, oh no. Oh, I understand why the music was that. Okay, yeah. Is this too loud? I think it's too loud. Let's bring that down a little bit. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. Yeah, if this is normal special summon, you just destroy a card. Cannot be wait, this has more effects? I only knew about the first one. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster or a dark monster's effects. Wow, I didn't realize I had protection. Once per turn at the start of the bout, damage stuff, if this attacks an opponent's monster, you can banish that monster until the end phase. Also, this card can make a second attack in a row. Okay, so Starry Night, Starry Dragon is actually way stronger than I remember. I only remember the first effect. But yeah, this is like the main boss monster of the Starry Knights with K. Yeah, with a K. Because they revolve around getting level 7 light dragons onto the field. Like just special summoning them a bunch. So this one's really strong because this first effect isn't even once per turn. So you could like loop it a bunch. What I would have to see what other like Starry Knights they have before I can like have a decision on how strong it is. But like the Starry Dragon itself seems pretty strong for Duel Links. Rank up magic, Variance Force. Oh, finally we're getting a rank up magic. Target one face-up Xyz monster you control, special summon from your extra deck one number C or C Xyz monster with the same type as that monster you control but one rank higher. By using it as Xyz material, treat it as an Xyz summon. Xyz materials attached to it also become Xyz materials. Then, if possible, detach one Xyz material from a monster your opponent controls and attach it to a summoned monster as an Xyz material. So this is a pretty basic rank up magic. It just summons the rank up version on top of the regular version. Pretty basic. I don't know why it's an SR. I guess just for lore reasons. But like Variance Force is like one of the worst rank ups, and I don't think we're getting any other ones. Yeah, we're not getting any other ones. But this is a nice start. So they're finally introducing rank ups to Duel Links. Let's see. There's like notable ones, but starting off pretty weakly with Variance Force. Next up is Red-Haired Hasty Horse. This one does something with columns, right? If there's a column with no cards, you can special summon this card from your hand in attack position to your zone in that column. It is another card is placed in this card's column, destroy this card, and once per turn you can have this card's original attack and it can attack directly. That's actually kind of interesting because it has 2k attack, so that becomes a 1k attacker. There might be some funny like meme OTKs you can do with this, but overall it's just kind of eh. I mean, we already have Watts, I guess, so this just is kind of like a worse Watt. But it being rank 5, I mean level 5 for like rank 5 plays could be nice. It could like help certain decks with extending. Next up, firefighting Darumidol. 2 beasts, Beast Warrior or Wing Beast types. This card gains 100 attack for each Beast Warrior and Wing Beast type. Once per turn, target a spell or trap on the field. On each field, destroy them. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one of your tri-types that is banished during your graveyard and add to your hand. So Darumidol is pretty good in, I think, Lunalights. Lunalights is really the only notable Beast Warrior deck I can think of. I mean, this is also decent in like Harpies, but we are getting Harpy Conductor, which is like next up. So I'll talk about Harpies later. But yeah, I mean, destroying spells and traps on the field is nice. Like it's good extension. It's like a decent link for any beast type, like tri-type deck. Next up is Harpy Conductor. Is this the only Harpy card in the thing? Yep, that's the only Harpy card. Oh wait, no, there's Harpy's Pet Dragon. I guess I can go right into Harpy's Pet Dragon, but like that's not notably better than any of our other options. 2 wind type monsters, and this card's name becomes Harpy Lady while in the field or in the graveyard. And if a Harpy monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one spell or trap you control instead. Or if another face-up Harpy monster you control returns to your hand, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls and return it to your hand. Okay, Harpy's Conductor is actually pretty good. So, like, what you can do is pop one of your own, Hysteric Sign to get the search in the end phase. That's pretty nice for protection. And the second effect is, like, weird, but, like, it could pop up. Like, if you have, like, a Harpy Cyber Slash on the field plus this, and they target the Cyber Slash with something, you can bounce the Cyber Slash to protect it, and then bounce your opponent's monster as well, which is neat, I guess. Wait, oh no, that's returning to extra deck. Ooh, wait. Right, yeah, extra deck monsters return to extra deck, so I don't think it wouldn't actually trigger off of that. Okay, so this second effect is worse than I thought, but like the first effect is still nice. You can pop your own Hysteric Signs easier. Let's see, next up is Infinite Track River Stormer. This is 2 level 5 monsters, so it's generic, that's nice. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attach that monster to this card as material. You can only use each of the following effects of Infinite Track River Stormer once per turn. Detach one material from this card and take one Earth Machine type monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to a graveyard. Oh, that's actually really strong. I'm not sure what other Earth Machine decks are there. I guess Ancient Gears could maybe use this. I don't think they have any like good like ways to turbo out rank 5 though. And then this has the same effect as the Earth Slicer, the second effect, where you tribute a Link monster and then special summon this card. But yeah, pretty strong for Infinite Tracks, lots of consistency boosting. Next up is Power Hold the Moving Battery. Special summon this card as an effect monster and equip one level 4 machine type gadget monster from your hand or deck. If summoned this way, the card gains attack equal to double of the attack of the monster equipped to it by this effect. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's a trap monster. Sure is a trap monster. I guess you could, like, make it just becomes a big beacon stick. I don't really know. Let me just check something. Let me check the, silver gadget and gold gadget. I don't know if they trigger off of just being destroyed in general, or if they actually have to be monsters. Let's see. Oh, they have to be destroyed by battle or card effect, so they won't trigger off of Power Hold just leaving the field. So it's less good. Yeah, why is this an SR? I don't really understand that. Let's see, next up is Boot Up Order Gear Force. When either player's monster declares an attack and all monsters you control are face-up machine-type monsters, destroy the attack position monsters your opponent controls up to a number of machine-type monsters you control. That's just Mirror Force. Okay, like, that's just Mirror Force. It's good in machine decks, since it's not just gadgets, at least. So, I mean, that's decent for my Dynamist deck, but it's just Mirror Force. We don't actually have Mirror Force in Duel Links yet, though, so I guess Mirror Force but worse is interesting. Wait, it's either player's monster declares an attack. Okay, so you could like use this offensively, I guess. That's, I guess, slightly more interesting than Mirror Force, but still kind of meh. Let's see, Starry Night Rail. This one adds a Starry Night Speller Trap, and you can banish this monster from this card from the graveyard, target a Starry Night in your graveyard, except Rail, and special summon it. Okay. I don't know if the other Starry Nights actually get their effects off of special summon. Let's check. Quick effect, target one light monster you control, tribute it, and special summon a level 7 light dragon monster from your hand. Banish this card from your graveyard, target one level 7 light dragon. It gains 1000 attack. I guess you can like, so you could Rail, banish it, summon back the Astel, and then have a quick effect to summon the Starry Night, Starry Dragon on your opponent's turn. Let's see, what other Starry Nights are there? Flammo. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, send this card from your hand or face up field to the graveyard. And special summon one level 7 light dragon from your monster from your hand. Quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a light dragon monster you control in your graveyard and return it to hand. So the second effect is like to reuse, to bounce your Starry Night, Starry Dragon to reuse it, I guess. First effect is kind of interesting. It's like a hand trap effect. Let's see, what others are... That's all the monsters? Just 3 of them? Okay. That's not looking great for Starry Nights, but depends on the spell traps. Let's go over them, I guess. Balefire adds a Starry Night or level 7 Light Dragon from your deck to your hand. Then if you control no monsters and your opponent controls a dark monster, special summon it from your hand. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, it's just Dorota for the archetype, plus it can special summon if your opponent's playing darks. Starry Dragon's the obvious search target for this, but let me see what other level 7s there are. Starry Night. This was Starry Night Balefire. Let me just check on Wikipedia. Let's check the tip sections and see what level 7 light dragons you could summon. Arcbrave Dragon. Oh no, that one has to be special summoned from Grave. We don't have that card in Duel Links. Heretic Dragon of Asar. You can special summon this card. If this card would be destroyed, okay, that doesn't do anything. Light Ray Diabolos. No, this one has to be special summoned by its effect. Hyozen Ryu. That's just a normal monster. Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. That's not in Duel Links yet. Saber Dragon. Saber Dragon's actually kind of interesting because when it destroys a monster by battle, it destroys the monster your opponent controls. Maybe play one of these. Photon Wyvern only gets the effect off when it's normal summoned. I don't think we have Ceruvius, and that's a ritual monster anyway. Seiryu. Do we have White Dragon Ninja? Oh no, it can't be special summoned except by a ninjutsu art. Okay, so yeah, there's only really 2 like notable targets, just Starry Night Dragon and Odd Eye Saber Dragon. But still, Starry Night Dragon by itself is really strong anyway. Let's see, Pendulum Reborn. This was in selection pack, I think, so it's not really notable. It's not great anyway. Yeah, it's just a monster reborn. CXC's Sky Palace Babylon. This one has Sky Palace Gengorodai as material, right? Yeah. When this card destroys a monster by battle or sends it to a graveyard, inflict damage equal to your opponent equal to That's not English. Equal to quarter of the original attack of the destroyed monster in the graveyard. So yeah, they nerfed it from half damage already, so that's really huge burn nerf. It gains this. If it has Sky Palace Gengorodai as material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, if it destroys a monster by battle, you can detach an Xyz material from this card and it can make its second attack in a row. And it has 3,800 attacks, so that's pretty big. Not super great though, honestly, because the only rank up spell is Variance Force, which is not great. Wheat Witch's Apprentice is really good. It's just 2 dark monsters, but a generic Link 2 is always nice. It has the same effect as all the other like attribute Link monsters, gaining 500 attack for darks, and the opposing light types can lose 400 attack, and recovering a dark monster from grave when it's destroyed. But yeah, good overall like Link monster for dark decks. Mountain Smasher. This is 2 level 7s. Destroys a monster by battle. You can attach it as material. Okay, that's what all the Infinite Tracks have. You can detach 1 material from this card. It gains 1,000 attack. Okay, becoming 3,100. It does get over a decent amount of things, so that's not too bad. It's definitely the worst one, which is why it's the lowest rarity one. Still, like, probably a one-off, just because getting over 3,100 attack is really strong. 1 non-linked Infinite Track monster. If this card is sent to a graveyard, sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Xyz material you control, attach this card to that monster's material. An Xyz monster whose original type is a machine and has this card as material gains this effect. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. So like Goliath is one of the biggest things about Infinite Tracks. Like with the second effect you tribute Goliath, and then Goliath attaches itself, and then you get Indestructible Monster. So that's just like the main play for Infinite Tracks. but we don't have the other Link monster, so it's not, the deck probably won't be as strong, but I think it's still decent, just because Earth Slicer is just so insane. 3100 attack plus destroying a bunch of monsters cards on the field, like that's pretty strong. Outrigger Extension. Your opponent cannot target machine type Xyz monsters you control with card effects. Okay, so if you can get an Xyz monster plus this on the field with Goliath attached, you can have an indestructible and untargetable monster. It's pretty strong. Once per turn, target an Infinitrack monster you control, Xyz monster you control, special summon from your X deck one machine type monster that has 2 ranks higher by using that target as material. And this is treated as Xyz summon, transfer its material to Xyz summon to summon monster. Okay, so like this is just like a really good rank up for Infinitracks. It's not searchable though because it doesn't actually have like Infinitrack in the name or anything, but definitely a good card for deck. Boot up Corporal, Command Dynamo. This is like the Fists of the Gadgets, like exclusive TCG exclusive stuff they released like 2 years ago. You can target up to 2 machine type gadget monsters you control or in your graveyard with different names. Special summon this card from your hand, then equip those targets to this card, regardless of their type. What? Regardless? Are there non-machine gadget monsters? I don't think so. I can't really... What? Okay, whatever. Wait. I am confused about this, but that doesn't matter. It gains 100 attack, 1000 attack for each monster. Okay, this is just a 2K beater. This is not good. What else is there? Boot up Order Gear Change. When this card is activated, target any number of gadget monsters you control that are equipped to a monster, special summon them. Okay, I see what the payoff is supposed to be. You can destroy 1 card, add 1 Boot Up Admiral Destroyer Dynamo from your deck to your hand, and then you can only activate 1 to boot up Order Gear Charge once per turn. Let me check Silver Gadget again, because it destroying cards might be relevant. Silver Gadget, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect. Okay, so you can trigger it by itself with this card, but like that doesn't seem super great. Just because Boot Up Destroyer Dynamo, let's read it, but it's a R rarity, so it can't be that good. Special summon this card from your hand by sending 2 gadget monsters from your hand or face of field to the graveyard. Once per turn, you can target 1 other card on the field, destroy it. Yeah, I guess. This is like meh. I mean, you're going -2 to summon it, but then you go +1 by destroying another card on the field. Yeah, it's pretty whatever. I already went over these Starry Nights. What's this? Cocatorium, the Heavy Metal Avion. This card is in your hand or graveyard. Tribute 1 beast, 1 tri-type. Special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. It's level 4, okay. You can banish 1 level 4 or lower tri-type from your deck. This card's name becomes that banished card's monster's name. Also, it becomes the same type, attribute, and level as that monster until the end phase. Okay. I guess this is like an okay extender in Harpies, I guess? Like, if they Book of Moon your Harpy, you can tribute over it with this card and then get another Harpy on the field. It's not great. That's for sure. Let's see. Starry Night Ceremony. I didn't go over all the Starry Night stuff. Yeah. So during your main phase, you can reveal a Light Fairy in your hand, and if you do, add 1 level 7 Light Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Then place that revealed monster on the bottom of your deck. If your opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon 1 level 7 Light Dragon from your hand. You can only use 1 Starry Night Ceremony effect per turn and only once that turn. Okay. I mean, this is still pretty good. Special summons your Starry Night Dragons for free, basically, whenever your opponent does anything. That's nice. Let's see. Starry Night Arrival. During the main phase, you can activate 1 of these effects. Target 1 Light Dragon you control. Return it to your hand. Special summon 1 Light Dragon from your hand. Okay. Since it's a continuous trap, it's pretty good because like you can continuously bounce and then resummon Starry Night Dragon. So Starry Knights overall don't seem too bad. They don't have their monster searcher, like their monster that searches other monsters, but they do have the Spell and Trap searcher in Rael, and Rael searches Balefire, so I guess that's better than nothing. Battlecruiser Dianthus. Didn't we already have this? I might be thinking of something else. But to 3 level 3 monsters, and detach 1 material, inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each card in their hand. Okay, this is just garbage. Requires 3 level 3s for this garbage burn effect. And, its stats are okay, but like, that effect is just not useful. This is a level 5 Infinite Track, Drag Shuffle. You contribute 1 Earth Machine type monster, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. You can banish 1 Machine type monster from your graveyard, add 1 Spin Turn from your deck to your hand. Did they add Spin Turn here? Or did we already have it? We might have already gotten it. Oh no, here it is. Spin Turn. Target 1 Earth Machine monster you control in attack position and 1 monster your opponent controls. Change the battle position of your monster and destroy the opponent's monster. Okay, so that's pretty good. This is a searcher for interruption. And then target 1 Earth Machine type Xyz monster you control in defense position and 1 spell and trap you control. So change the position of your monster and if you destroy that opponent's spell and trap. Okay, so it's a searchable spell and trap and monster removal. I already had 3 of these, so this is a reprint. Wait, these 3 are reprints already. Okay, yeah. Since I already have these cards, I didn't even notice. So I don't really need to go over those. Mon Larvis, not interesting. Harpy's Pet Dragon. This is another new card. This card gains effects based on the number of Harpy monsters you control, except for itself. 1 or more. Your opponent cannot target Harpy monsters you control for attacks, except this card. 2 or more double the original attack and defense, so it becomes 2400. And 3 or more is once per turn you can target a card your opponent controls, destroy that card. So this is just a lot of effort to get good effects. It also messes up your Xyz summons, because if you have this and Harpy Channeler on the field, Channeler becomes a level 7. So yeah, overall this is not great, which is why it's an N rarity. Flint Missile, these are just not notable. Did we already have Stardust Giant? 2 level 4 monsters, water monsters. Once per turn, detach 1 Xyz material from this card, reveal any number of water monsters from your hand, place them any ice counters on face-up monsters on the field, and a non-water monster on the field lose 200 attack for each ice counter on the field. That's not great. Climate Change. This is the Klee support. Add 3 face-up Klee monsters from your extra deck to your hand. Okay, that's meh. 3x. This is also a new card. If this card battles a monster in the extra monster zone, it gains 800 attack and defense. So it becomes 2700. It has 1900 though. That's a pretty decent amount. This is not great though. Trading places. If your life points are higher, that's not useful. Handy Gallop. Oh, this goes in with the other card. It has the same art style at least. Yeah, the red-haired Hasty Horse. Cannot attack directly. Gains life attack equal to the difference between your life points and your opponent's. If your life points are higher than your opponent's, you take any battle damage your opponent would have taken. Okay, so it's not great. Let's see. Are there any other good cards? Firebrand Hymnist. They have a good art, at least. When this is normal summon, send cards from the top of your opponent's card to the graveyard. That is not good. If this card is special summoned, you can send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Okay, so this isn't good. Crab Crane. Is this new? Oh, this one might be new. Tribute 1 Earth monster, Machine type monster to special summon this card from your hand in defense position. You can banish 1 Earth Machine type monster from your graveyard. Add 1 Outrigger extension. Okay, so this searches Outrigger extension, which is a good card, so this might be decent. Let's see, Flintlock and Flint are not great. Star Night Sky, this is a field spell. You can normal... Okay, so extra normal summon. During your turn, if a level 7 you control would return to your hand, you can draw 1 card. If it returns to your hand. Okay. Maybe like one of these. I don't know, this isn't that great. I'm not going to even read some of these. Dread Dynamo. If you control a gadget, this gains 2000 attack. Okay, so it's just a big beater. So yeah, overall the rest of these cards are not great. Is Tunneler new? Tunneler is not new. Okay. we already had Moja and Beast Striker. So yeah, overall, this box has some interesting cards. Like Giant Hand especially will make this box at least worth digging through once. And then the Infinitrax, like, Xyz monsters are decent, I guess. If you like Infinitrax, you definitely should go in this box. Star Knights might be okay. They don't have all their stuff, but they do have enough stuff that I think they might be, like, decent. But otherwise, all these other cards just kind of suck. The gadget stuff just isn't good. And just the random generic cards are just not great. And I mean, just the introduction of rank ups at least, so hopefully we'll get better rank ups in the future. But yeah, that's it for the review. So see you guys next time for whatever I do. I don't know, I'm gonna be busy this next upcoming week, so there's probably not gonna be a stream until like Saturday or something. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye.